out by the old Laughlin Ranch, where the oak tree shadows dance. I found our names carved deep in bark, now overgrown and stark. The breeze whips through the empty space where once we'd embrace. These starlit skies, your laughing eyes, now just a ghost I chase. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the lonely prairie night. A memory fades at dawn's first light, but never leaves my sight. The cabin stands, but you're long gone, like lyrics from an old song. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now paths I walk alone. That old porch swing, it sways in vain. No laughter does it bring, just rusty chains and rain-stained dreams and pain that clings and clings. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the lonely prairie night. A memory fades at dawn's first light, but never leaves my sight. Could I wander neath these endless skies, find where my true heart lies? Or am I doomed to roam these trails with your ghost by my side? Each sunset burns not just the sky, but the very threads of time, as I clutch the scarf you left behind in this broken heart of mine. In the whisper of the leaves, in the moaning of the eaves, your voice a distant echo that my heart can't seem to leave. I hold you like a ghost held tight through the darkest prairie night. A shadow fading with the light in a love that's lost the fight. I hold you like a ghost held tight as I whisper my goodnight.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were cut deep, the wind watched me leave, your scarf in the breeze, across the empty plain, under the big sky sweep, where we dreamed of forever in the whisper of leaves. Oh, the wind, it knows my secrets, carries my regrets like dust across the trail, and the sun sets on the old porch steps, where I can still hear your voice clear as the rain. I ride past the cabin, now silent and bare, the windows like the eyes of someone who's seen too much despair. The gravel road untraveled, grown over with time's care, our love's a fading trail, lost in the wild somewhere. Oh, the wind, it knows my secrets, carries my regrets like dust across the trail, and the sun sets on the old porch steps, where I can still hear your voice clear as the rain. confess my heart's wrong to every star that witnessed us. Now I wander alone with the dust of my dreams clinging tight to my bones, in the lands where the echo of our laughter was once home. So the wind, it watched me leave with my heart strung up on that old oak tree. May it whisper to you, as it once did to me, of a love not forgotten, just as wild and free. The sun dips slow, the shadows agree, time to ride on, but you're always with me. Yes, the wind watch me leave, but your memory never leaves. In the shadow of the oak where we once lay, the grass still whispers secrets of that day. Beneath the wide, unforgiving azure sky, a rusty porch swing creaks an old goodbye. Your scarf that danced a wild crimson weave, as silent as the wind watched me leave. The wind knows the weight of untold tales, carrying love lost in its lonesome gales, whistling through the hollows of this heart, where echoes of your laughter slowly part. I ride on under sunsets that deceive. Every mile the wind watched me leave. Now the trails blur where your laughter rang, gravel roads washed out after the rain. That cabin stands empty by the ridge, windows staring out like ghosts adrift, saddle worn from all the years I grieved. In the silence, the wind watched me leave. The wind knows the weight of untold tales, carrying love lost in its lonesome gates, whistling through the hollows of this heart, where echoes of your laughter slowly part. Through the dust, your phantom I perceive. There in the dust, the wind watched me leave. By the flicker of the campfire's glow, I see your face in the fire's ebb and flow. A soul set free, yet chained to past regret. The wind's soft sigh, a tune I can't forget. So I wander, let these old boots weave, passing lands where only spirits grieve. Each setting sun dips in gold to deceive, and in its dying light the wind watches me. Yes, forevermore the wind watched me leave.
Oh, how silently the wind watched me grieve.
Shadows creep along the creek where willows weep. There's a stone where the cold wind moans. In the town that the world forgot, we carved our names, young lovers claim. Under the skies where my heart lies, with the promise of sunrise painted on your smile. But the grave said nothing, just echoed my cries as the wind played sad on the old porch chimes. Your scarf still holds the scent of rain, and my heart rides alone on a lonesome plain. Turn, the wildfires burn, and I rode past our fading trails where laughter hung the rafters high. Now empty cabins lost to time, the saddles worn, my spirits torn, on gravel roads where silence buds and the sunset bleeds into the corners of my mind. The grave said nothing, just echoed my cries as the wind swept dust where the old dog lies. Your scarf still holds the scent of rain, and my heart rides alone, forever stained. Secrets that we once knew. In the hush of twilight's embrace, I find the faintest trace of you. And the grave said nothing, won't tell me why. Every goodbye echoed under that twilight sky. Your scarf, a shroud of memories, as I wander along where you once wandered with me. Yeah, the grave said nothing, but in the silence I know I'm bound to these shadows where wild roses grow.
Down by the creek, where the willow weeps and moans, I found an old scarf, your color lost and alone, tangled in the brush like my fingers through your hair, in that empty bed by the window where we laid our love bare. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. Once there was laughter in the dust of that old porch, now it's just footprints faded where we used to hold a torch. The oak tree stands witness to the vow softly spoken. Now I ride these trails alone, with a heart forever broken. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. In the saddle I found solace under the free and roving sun, but at the fall of dusk your shadow comes undone. Riding past our empty cabin on that gravel road to nowhere, I reckon love's a journey with its share of wear and tear. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had and the pain of letting go. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting away from dreams I can't keep. So I'll ride till the sun dips and the plains call me to rest in the heart of the valley where we once loved best. And though this bed is empty and the trail's end is nigh, in the whispers of the prairie I find your soft side. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, under a sky pane, old memories gone. I found your hat, edges frayed and weather worn, by the creek where we swore love neath the storm. You laughed spring in your step like morning dew, each laugh, each touch as the wild west wind blew. Head tied down, heart let loose, drifting like tumbleweeds with no excuse. Saddles worn, trails gone cold, in empty cabins our stories untold. Each setting sun I feel the weight of a lonesome heart none can recreate. Now the porch creak's empty, waiting in vain. Gravel roads washed out by the season's rain. Where once we danced, now only shadows sway. Echoes of laughter whisk so far away. The scarf you left clings to the wind's sad tune, a melody of a love that left too soon. Head tied down, heart let loose, chasing the echoes of a love we can't produce. Saddles torn, nights unfold, in silent whispers our dreams are retold. Every dawn I chase the light, holding on to shadows fleeing into the night. In the dust where our paths once merged, I wander lost on this lonely verge. Forgive me, love, for I can't find the way to untie this hat, to cease this fray. Head tied down, heart still bound to the ghost of your whisper, the softest sound. Saddles empty, trails wind down into the heartache of this quiet town. As sunsets blaze and day meets night, I'm a cowboy alone, holding tight to the memory of us, hat tied down in the wild. love once found.
There's a cabin down by Clearwater Creek, where the oak trees whisper and the floorboards creak. Speckled sunsets paint the porch in shades of gold, and your scarf still holds the cold. Oh, rye lingers in the bottles and in the breeze, in the hollow rustle of the autumn leaves. Your laughter's a ghost in the winds that weave through the silence of my ceaseless reprieve. Gravel roads where we once rode side by side, now just dusty trails where my regrets reside. The town's age, the faces there don't recall the way your shadow danced on the old dance hall. Oh, rye lingers in the bottles and in the breeze, in the hollow rustle of the autumn leaves. Your laughter's a ghost in the winds that weave through the silence of my ceaseless reprieve. Under the weeping willow, I let your memory in, fading like the leather on the saddle where you'd been. Raindrops trace the trails where our tears once fell, in the echoes of the old church bell. So rye lingers in the bottles, in storms that sway, in every whispered prayer I cast away. Your spirit stitched in the horizon's endless blue, and every dawn my heart breaks anew.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay, by the bend where we used to swim, the old shotgun house now just a shade, whispers of the love that's grown dim. Her scars dance like wildflowers in breeze on the porch where secrets softly spoke, now just creaks in an empty seas where laughter used to kindle and stow. Oh, how the sunset's bleeding tonight, shotgun forgot, but I recall every whisper, each twilight fight, her silhouette in the doorway tall. Rain taps the roof in a rhythm lost, memories in every dust-swirled gust. Heartache's the price, oh what a cost, left with this ache, a wanderer's trust. The gravel road wears a weary path, cabin windows stare blank and wide. Echoes of her wild, loving laugh, now just shadows where silence by. Once we roamed through the wildlands free, two souls untamed, like the rivers flow. Now I wander alone, just me, drifting where the cold winds blow. Oh, how the sunsets bleed into night. Shotgun forgot, but I remember all. Each tender kiss, every fiery fight, her footsteps echoing in the hall. Rain sings lullabies of days now past, under skies vast, feeling her touch. Love's just a shadow that couldn't last. Left with this yearning, it's all too much. Under the weeping willow I see dreams are like leaves falling away. What I'd give for one more plea, a chance to right what went astray. Oh, how the sunsets bleed in the night. Shotgun forgot, but my heart knows. Every ending tucked out of sight, in the land where the lonely wind blows. Rain washes tracks, but not the pain. Paths we once walked turned to rust. In every sunset's crimson stain, I find a piece of forgotten trust. Shotgun forgot, but a cowboy remembers. In every whisper, carried by the embers.
In the shadow of the great oak's arm, where the sun laid gold in your hair, we carved our names, young and unscarred, on the bark so wild and bare. That dusty road by the old porch swing still hears the songs we used to sing. Oh, my heart bled in silence as the leaves turned brown underneath that oak where we swore our vows. The wind whispers secrets of you soft and low. My heart bled in silence, can't let go. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's cold, gravel roads don't know my tread. The scarf you left still holds your scent on the pillow of our abandoned bed. The trails we walk blurred by the rain, echoes of laughter turned to pain. Oh, my heart bled in silence as the skies cried too. Memories fading, but all still true. The wind carries sorrow through the lonesome pines. My heart bled in silence with no signs. By the riverside where the water's deep, I tossed a stone, watched it sink. Every ripple a moment, a day, a year. Your face in the water, crystal clear. Oh, my heart bled in silence where the cold river flows, in the quiet of the woods where nobody knows. The
sunset bleeds colors like my dreams used to do. My heart bled in silence quietly for you. So I ride these trails alone with the stars, guided by the moon, healing these scars. My heart bled in silence, now it beats slow and low in the night by the fire's gentle glow.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers bend, lies a memory of her, where the earth and sky blend. Sunset wrapped her in a shawl, all tattered and red, on that old wooden porch where our dreams were softly said. Oh, the wind closed her eyes with a whisper soft and sweet, and the trails we once walked now bear no trace of our feet. My heart rides these empty plains under cloudless grieving sky, for in the whisper of the trees the wind closed her eyes. There's an old cabin standing, worn by time and by rain. Its door creaks like the saddles that we rode through the pain. Gravel roads keep on winding through fields of dry golden grain, but her laughter's just an echo from the storms that never wane. Oh, the wind closed her eyes with a whisper soft and sweet, and the trails we once walked now bear no trace of our feet. My heart rides these empty plains under cloudless grieving skies, for in the whisper of the trees the wind closed her eyes. Now I wander through the silence of paths we used to roam, each step a heavy verse in this earthbound tone, lost in the symphony of a lonesome fading day. My soul finds solace as the skies turn to gray. Yes, the wind closed her eyes, and the world just passed us by. In the dust of the trail, under that wide open sky, still I roam these quiet towns where our love was once a prize. Forever haunted, forever bound, where the wind closed her eyes. So I sing to the mountains and to the stars above about a whisper in the pines and the woman I still love. Every sunset takes a breath, and every nightfall replies to the tale of a cowboy where the wind closed her eyes. Out by the creek, under old oak shade, where our names are carved deep in the bark. Sunsets painted our dreams in amber and jade. In that wild land we sparked a light in the dark. His shadow haunts these empty cabins, whispers in the wind. Through broken panes, echoes of laughter, ghost of a scar. The heart remembers, the soul retains. Those gravel roads knew our footsteps well, to a quiet porch where time did swell. But seasons turned, as did your gaze. Now I'm wading through these lonesome days. His shadow haunts these fading trails, dancing in the dust, kicked up by my heels. Underneath the brim of my weathered hat lies the burdened eyes that can't look back. By the old corral I pause inside, a lone stallion against the vast cruel sky. Rain whispers secrets to the thirsty ground. In the symphony of sorrow I am bound. His shadow haunts, yet I roam these parts with echoes of hooves and a shattered heart, riding through memories under stars so grand. A cowboy, a shadow, forever damned. So here's to the wind, my only friend tonight. Carry these songs of a lost love's plight to the horizon, where past and present blend. His shadow and mine till the very end.
Down by the creek where the wild oaks grow, soft whispers of her name in the breeze that blows. Saddle worn and leather frayed on the porch of warm gray wood. That's where we laughed, oh how we could. Moonlight danced on her golden hair. In the quiet town, we were the perfect pair. Her scarf still smells like sweet prairie rain, left on the hook, never worn again. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above the wild lands bear witness with their silent cries. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red on this lonely gravel bed, where my heart lies heavy with the dust. Lonely fire in your glow I trust. Seasons turn, the storms rolled in, washed the trails where feet had been. Empty cabin echoes her laugh, faded dreams like old photographs. Oak tree shadow stretches out, reaching for me, filled with doubt. This wandering life, just a lonesome ride, chasing shadows from the love that died. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above the wild lands bear witness with their silent cry. Each sunset bleeds a deeper red on this lonely gravel bed, where my heart lies heavy with the dust. Lonely fire, in your glow I trust. Under the vast and endless sky, whispers of the past, asking why. Through the winds that sweep and the rains that cleanse, her memory lives, it never ends. Lonely fire closed her eyes, now she's just a ghost in the skies. Stars above, please guide me through to the love I knew, so deep and true. Each sunset now a solemn hymn on these fading trails growing dim, where my soul walks alone yet yearns to rest with her in the west, where sunsets nest. And as the fire dies and night draws nigh, here I'll stay with my quiet sigh. Lonely fire, close my eyes, dream of her 'neath these aching skies.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, we carved our names in the bark, soft and low. And sunset painted stories on your gentle laughing face. Under that old oak tree, our quiet sacred place. But the oak tree fell apart just like the promises we made. Leaves turn to whispers, our summer shade now fades. The wind's a lonesome singer, the branches worn and sparse. Lost love's a melody beneath the stars so harsh. The years rolled like thunder across the plain so wide. Our path diverged in shadows, you left my side. That old porch still creaks with tales it yearns to tell, of dusty boots, forgotten roots, and rain that softly fell. The oak tree fell apart just like the dreams we knew, where once the earth held strong, now grows the bitter yew. The wind's a mournful caller through spaces left so vast. Each memory's a ghost from some forgotten past. On gravel roads I wander with a scarf you gave to me. It holds a scent of juniper and whispers of the sea. What's left is just the echo of the laughter we once shared. In the solace of the wilderness, I find that I'm still scared. Yes, the oak tree fell apart, and with it went my heart, scattered like the leaves in the autumn set apart. I'll sing beneath the moon, where once we danced till dawn, holding on to shadows long after you have gone. Dust rises, trails fade, I'm a silhouette, part of this land, a cowboy with an empty heart and a trembling hand. And as the sun dips low, I'll sing for you, my dear part, underneath the heavens where our old oak tree fell apart. Out there where the old oak stands, under the weeping sky, I first saw her while laughing eyes in the spring when the river was high. We carved our dreams in the bark, sealed them with a sunset's cry. But like the leaves that turn with time, some love just says goodbye. Storm stays in the hollows of this heart. Winds may twist the path, but from her memory I can't part. Rain falls on the tin roof like tears on an old porch light. And in the whisper of the pines, I'm with her every lonesome night. Years flew like dust off a cowboy's boots through seasons of endless roam. Her scarf still hangs by the door of the cabin that we called home. The trails that we once walked, now overgrown, tell the tales of days gone past, like the shadow of an empty saddle. Some things ain't meant to last. Storm stays in the hollows of this heart. Winds may twist the path, but from her memory I can't part. Rain falls on the tin roof like tears on an old porch light. And in the whisper of the pines, I'm with her every lonesome night. By the flicker of the firelight, I see her dancing free. Neath the stars I still remember what my heart won't let me be. So here I stand, a broken man, on roads that she once graced, holding on to a ghost of a girl in the storm that never fades. Storm stays, oh but how I've tried to ride past her memory's gate. Yet every sunset spills her colors in strokes I can't erase. Rain falls on this heart-soul porch like whispers of her life. And I know in the dust and the wind, she's never truly out of sight. So I sing this song to the storm, to the love that I still crave, beneath the vast eternal skies, till I take it to my grave.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grew, she laughed under sunsets, painting skies a dusty hue. Her scarf a streak of crimson, against the fading light lingers in my memory like the last whisper of night. Old Porch Creek with secrets as we watch stars align. Her whispers in the wind, forever etched in time. Her goodbye whispers haunt the gravel roads I roam. Echoes of a love now just a ghost in my bones. Each town feels empty, like the cabin we once knew. Underneath the starry sky, her words were my truth. Years have turned like pages in a book worn and read. The oak tree stands alone, the daisy's long since dead. Rain taps on the saddle where she once sat by me. Now it's just a leather throne for dust and memories. The trails we blazed together, now faded, overgrown, left me wandering these hills, a cowboy all alone. Her goodbye whispers haunt the gravel roads I roam. Echoes of a love now just a ghost in my bones. Each town feels empty, like the cabin we once knew. Underneath the starry sky, her words were my truth. Sometimes in the silence, before the dawn breaks anew, I swear I feel her presence in the chill of the dew. Yet every sunrise teaches what I didn't know I'd miss. The warmth of her goodbye, the eternity in her kiss. Her goodbye whispers soft as shadows in the gloam, a melody of heartache, the anthem of my own. As twilight claims the heavens and I settle in the night, her love's a distant echo, a fading trail of light. Underneath the starry sky, where dreams dare not lie, her whispers guide me still on this lonely cowboy ride.
Out where the oak trees meet the sky, I left my heart in the dusty cry of a town too small to hold my dreams, yet big enough to echo her scream. She wore a scarf blue as the night, under the porch lights flickering light. We danced through shadows, we danced till dawn. Now the dance is over, but the ghost lingers on. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you've seen my tears, you felt my pains, carried me from her over hills so wide. In every sunset her whisper resides, where the gravel roads and silence collides. That's where I bury my love so deep, in the saddle hides where memories sleep. The cabin stands empty on the ridge, Windows blank like the broken bridge where we once promised under summer rains. Now only the echo of love remains. Old trails fade where we used to ride. Each hoof print a word now washed by time. The wind speaks her name in a sorrowful spire, as cold as the ashes of an unkept fire. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you've seen my tears, you've felt my pains. Carried me from her over hills so wide. In every sunset her whisper resides. Where the gravel roads and silence collides, that's where I bury my love so deep. In the saddle hide where memories sleep. If I could ride one last dusty trail, turn back the clock, rewrite the tale, I'd find her waiting, no tears in her eyes, just two hearts unbroken under limitless skies. But time is a river that only flows one way, and my heart is a horse that no reins can sway. Oh, saddle hides and weathered hands carry these dreams through forsaken lands. On every path her shadow survives, the silent scream of the lonely drives. Where the gravel roads and past collides, I'll keep riding through the tears I've wept. In saddle hides where her love is kept.
Out where the river bends low neath the willows, I found a scarf blue as the wide prairie sky. It fluttered like a lonesome dove's gentle echo, where once you whispered soft under sunset's loving sigh. The oak tree by the old porch still holds our names, carved deep in the bark beneath time's endless gaze. And the saddle whispers your name in the cold night air, riding trails of memories through shadows of despair. Each stirrup sways with the weight of ghostly dreams, while my heart rides on alone past quiet towns and streams. The cabin stands empty where laughter used to dwell, window staring blank, like eyes lost in sorrow's spell. Dust dances with the wind across the creaky wooden floors, echoes of your footsteps I can't hear anymore. The gravel road that led to our sunlit promised land now winds away, forgotten through the lonely desert sand. And the saddle whispers your name in the cold night air, riding trails of memories through shadows of despair. Each stirrup sways with the weight of ghostly dreams, while my heart rides on alone past quiet towns and streams. Underneath the vast expanse of stars I'll lay me down. The prairie wind carries your voice, but it's just
sound, an echo in the canyon, a whisper in the dark. A cowboy's heart wanders forever, kindled by love's lost spark. So the saddle whispers your name one last time into the breeze, past the trails where love once roamed free, beneath the whispering trees. And maybe in another life, down another dusty way, we'll ride together once again, where lost loves find a day. Till then, my love, the prairie moon watches as I roam alone, a wandering soul forever in search of a heart to call home.
In the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and sighs, I found a locket of rusted gold beneath the endless sky. Engraved initials, worn and old, whisper secrets when I pry. Takes me back to dusty roads and the tears we didn't cry. Locket closed her eyes, memories inside, neath the willows weep, where our promises lie. The wind sings her name through the prairie's embrace, and in every sunset's flame I see her trace. The cabin's quiet, the porch worn with the echoes of her laugh. Gravel roads we walked along, now paths of the past. The scarf she left still smells like rain and the dreams we dared to cast. But time pulled her away from me as shadows grew vast. Locket closed her eyes, memories inside, beneath the willows weep, where our promises lie. The wind sings her name through the prairie's embrace, in every sunset's flame I see her trace. Oh, these hills recall the touch of her hand, and the stars up above, they understand how the heart holds on, though the years may flee. In the solitude of the trails she walks with me. Locket closed her eyes, and so must I. With every dawn I try to say goodbye, but the wind sings her name, sweet and low, in the lands where the lonely cowboys go. Locket closed her eyes, never to say goodbye. Out where the oak tree shadow lays long, by the creek where the wild winds have blown, I carved two hearts, yours and mine, in the bark, where whispers stay hidden neath stars stark. Footprints fade where we danced unshaken, on that porch by the hills
God-forsaken. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold, empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in as the dust cushions the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell. Time turned, those gravel roads grew wide. The quiet town slept as something inside me died. Old laughter haunts the saloon's creaking floors, echoes the steps that aren't ours anymore. That old saddle now just gathers dust, like the memories succumbing to rust. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold, empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in as the dust cushions the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell underneath the vast indigo skies. I reckon each star mirrors your eyes. The trails we blaze now overgrown. In the wilderness I roam alone. Storm burns and I'm still reaching out through the shadows of doubt, the route of our old route. May the horizon where sunsets bleed hold you close, far beyond my meager creed. Every twilight your absence I mourn, in the silence after the storm.
By the ridge where the old oak weeps, your scarf still dances on a breeze so sweet. We carved our names under stars so deep where the lonely fire sleeps. Oh, my heart rides the winds of those silent plains where the whispers echo with your name. Under the moonlight my regrets I keep beside the ashes where the lonely fire sleeps. The porch still creaks from our last goodbye. The saddle's dusty, no more rides. Gravel roads stretch neath endless skies. Memories fade where old love lies. Oh, my heart rides the winds of those silent plains where the whispers echo with your name. Under the moonlight my regrets I keep beside the ashes where the lonely fire sleeps. Rain washes old trails but not the pain. Dust settles but your scent remains. In every sunset your shadow creeps through empty cabins
about a love that was deep in a town too small for secrets to keep. Forever wandering, a soul that never sleeps, dreaming by the ruins where the lonely fire sleeps. Yes, I'm lost in the quiet where the lonely fire